Hey yo, how you doing, guys? It's 1/5 of them boys. Me, the one AJ representing the Ministry of Wrestling. So you know what that means. We're here. And why are we here? Because it's night one of the final. Night one of the final. This is it, guys. The dust is settling. The indecisiveness is fading. It's all gonna land in its place. We are talking Wrestlemania 42, night one. Are you excited? And you're not excited. Some people feel one way, some feel another. Either way, guys, it's WrestleMania weekend. You can't not feel it. There are some moments in the annexes of wrestling that do it. AEW has made it very special for UK fans around All In or last year Forbidden Door weekend. You just get a certain buzz. And you have to feel it with WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania weekend. There is no in-betweens on that. It's a 2-night event. If you're a wrestling fan, take it in. The cards they're okay. They're okay. It's not, but it's okay. There are some matches that are okay. I see what you guys are doing. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's go with the celebrity-infused match, which sees The Vision and IShow Speed taking on the Usos and LA Knight. Have the guys vote. Let's have a look. Do I go for the celebrity who's cursed, or do I go for the yeet and yeah? I think Danhausen's going to remove the curse. I think Speed's going to, each time he's not wanted to be that guy. I think we're going to see... do you know what? Maybe he removed the curse after, because I do actually believe Speed's not really aligned with the Vision the way he is. This is yeet and yeah, two of the most over things, and we're going to put them both down at Mania after they've just lost the tag titles. I was going to go the other way, but screw it. Usos and LA Knight for the win, and then for the celebrity to get his win, he gets his moment where he takes out the Vision. Yeah. Yeet. Yes, because I said yes, I had to say yeet. The Usos and LA Knight, yeah, for the win.
One of the best things about WrestleMania 42 is I can't win this prediction season. And I think I'm safe from finishing last. Be that as it may, my whole narrative throughout this pay-per-view, because I think as a WrestleMania goes, this is up there with one of the worst ever. This is dire straits, this Mania. There's one match that I'm interested in, and 2 or 3 others I have a fleeting interest in. And this ain't one of them. I could not care less. I think the ship has sailed with LA Knight. I think the Usos are remembered with a false narrative through rose-tinted glasses. And I'll quote my boy Dan the Tech Kid, don't bet against the celebs at Mania. So let's push LA Knight and the Usos down even further and do the thing that I don't want, but I show Speed, Logan and Austin Theory to win. Ha!
Well, y'all know my standpoint on this. The celebrity always wins. And I know things have changed because celebrities are now actually training to wrestle and doing really good and stuff like that. But with that said, I'm still going to go with... Actually, yeah, I'm going to stick with celebrity. I'm going to go with I Show Speed and the team. I can't remember. They should make a YouTube team. Just get rid of the one guy and then make a YouTube team. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to go for the social media team to win. Usos losing. You should get it from that. That would do.
This is what I call the feel-good match, and it's probably going to be the opener for Saturday night. And if so, it's the feel-good match, isn't it? So it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here. I don't think it has any relation as to what's going to happen later on in the night or the night after. But this is definitely a keep safe for the tag team champions, for example. They can lose, but they don't lose the tag team titles. And that's the whole thing about a 6-man tag. And then obviously with IShow's Speed that can take the pin, it protects the tag team champions all the same. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. It's probably going to be a thing where they actually just leave him and they both go off in the back, leaving IShow's Speed all by himself. And he's just going to get triple team by LA Knight and the Usos. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. So the winners is going to be the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, his big tone in the zone. and I'm still kind of out, so I'm not well at all still, but I'm gonna do my best to like get through these predictions. So let's kick it off with the 6-man tag team minute with the Vision, Nitro, Speed taking on the Usos LA Knight. Who wins this? Now, initially I would have straight away said the Usos and LA Knight, but I just seen a clip today where I seen Jey Uso of all people attack Killer Cam. Jey Uso versus like Cameron, that is not something that I ever envisioned happening, but I don't know. Could he actually appear at WrestleMania and cause some skullduggery? Because again, they want to do something deeper with them down the line. Honestly, I think that's probably gonna happen now, man. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go your winners. The Vision and Nitro Speed through nefarious means, definitely.
Tone is probably not wrong. I'll be honest. It's just a case of timing when my video came out. There's a lot of people in the comments who were like, SummerSlam match, Jey Uso versus Killer Cam and stuff like that. And that is a potential. But then I saw Cameron saying, I'll see you night one. And that makes me think there's an interference. I don't know. He may try to interfere. He may attack post-match. I don't know. This is Cameron, baby. He's paid in full, baby. But either way, I'm sticking with what I'm sticking with. I'm not changing my mind. But Cameron is an extra celeb in the mix. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. All right, let's go into the IC title match as we talk about reigning, defending, barely there. AJ Lee taking on the man, Becky Lynch. Had the guys vote? Let's have a look.
This has been going on since September now. And they've had like 2 matches. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. AJ Lee to retain, so she has her Mania moment. AJ Lee.
Another women's match. This night is all women's matches. Well, not one. There's 3 on the card. Oh my God! Thank you, WWE. Well done for doing this, because I'm tired of they get 1 match, or they probably get 2, 1 on each night. And then you're fighting for the main event and never get the main event, or they got it once. But nonetheless, anyway, we got. You know what? Take the belt off AJ Lee. If you're not going to be here, not going to wrestle, I know we have a bunch of male wrestlers that do the same, but I don't want that anymore. And AJ Lee's not a full-time member. Becky Lynch. Put it back on Becky. Let her do her Trump gimmick and kill it. So yeah, Becky's taking this.
This one's actually hard because at one point I'm thinking Becky could win on the grander stage of them all, because it has become like Becky Mania now, hasn't it? But I just have this strange feeling. See, I have this angle. Imagine if AJ retains and then the very next night on Raw, she comes out and then, I don't know, someone like JC Jane comes out and beats her on the first night on Raw. Or imagine if Paige came back and beats her again for the title, just like she did way back when. That would be nostalgic as well. There's so many angles. Becky, I think she should be in world title contention now. I think she should be done with the IC title. So to write that off, I think that's why AJ might actually just top it. So yeah, on those topics, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on Monday Night Raw the night after. Still, your Intercontinental Champion, AJ Lee.
No disrespect to the ladies involved, because they're both legends in my book, but I don't see why this match was done at Elimination Chamber but doing it again at Mania. At least you could have added a stipulation or something, man. Or it's like, I would have rather it ended in like nefarious means at Elimination Chamber and we're doing the match again proper here. But no, we're running it back. We're running it back at Mania. It's essentially the same match that we've seen. But that makes me think that AJ Lee isn't in it for the long haul. So, like, you know, she got limited dates, so we might as well put the title back on Becky. Now, how this is done, I know I said this, like, pretty much every match so far is definitely by the nefarious means and all that. But I reckon she does it by, like, getting a group, or at least a sidekick, Who that could be, I don't know, but someone screws AJD and hey, wouldn't it be great if it was someone like big like Paige? That'd be cool. But anyway, yeah, Becky Lynch, your new Intercontinental Champion.
I said it last time, I got it wrong. I thought she was going to win here, so I'm just going to go the other way. I think Becky Lynch deserves to be the IC Women's Champion. I know that's not going to be Double V's pick, choice, because she's kind of winding him up at the moment, but AJ's not around enough. She's not around enough, and it hurts me to say that. I know we've had Brock as the never seen champion, but no, not the workhorse title, not having an appearing champion. So yeah, Becky Lynch to once again become your IC Women's Champion. Right, so the ministry are split. You have myself and you know what? I'm watching the video and I've got notes as well, and I'm all over the place. Myself, Doan, Den, Indie Gods, who see it as the man, Becky Lynch, and our current winner, our current man in the lead, Leon, and our man who's floating near the bottom but not entirely at the bottom because him and Den are fighting for last place. Family in the middle. No one come at me. Are going for AJ Lee to retain, which, yeah, maybe. I don't want it. I don't. I understand the logic. There was a lot of talk of Saraya / Paige, and guess what? If she did, I met her in time. For the love of wrestling, nothing but love to you guys. While we're on that, talking the finals of WrestleMania and the Ministry of Wrestling prediction shows, DJ, Lucas, these shows are dedicated to you. You will also get your mention at night 2's show as well. But yeah, let's keep it moving. I'm going for Becky Lynch. Come on, Becky. Let's do this. Right, let's go from one half of the hot couple to the other half of the hot couple. Seth Rollins on his return. Can he burn it down, or will Gunther continue to end careers? Ring General versus the visionary Seth Rollins. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
Whew. A promo from nothing. I mean, this was a nothing match, and then it became a big time match as soon as Gunther laid out a promo of why he's going up there, why he wants to defeat him, and yeah, I'm going with Gunther to take this, because if he doesn't, after beating who he's beaten before, I know it's one of them things. You've beaten so many big stars, and then you just become whatever, and he's going to take this. And once again, Seth can take the loss because it's Seth freaking Rollins. He loses and he comes back and wins. And at the moment, he could just have something stupid, but let Gunther win. And not with that stupid choke out. Just let him beat him. Right? Not just hold him there, then you release and hold him and release and whatever. But yeah, Gunther's taking this one.
I know I'm a Seth Rollins fan, yeah, because ever since I see him come back, I've just been like, yeah, Seth Rollins has just come back and he's going to win at WrestleMania. He can't lose because he's just come back. But that's where the swerve is. He's at that point now where he can even lose at WrestleMania and then challenge for the world title the next day on Raw. Now, when I'm looking at the angle of where everything is, obviously it plays a very obvious part of, yes, that's going to be a match. Gunther seems to be having some type of business relationship with Paul Heyman, and I think it's going to kind of open the return of Braun Breaker. He's going to appear, he's going to distract Seth Rollins. Referee's going to get knocked out at some point, and then obviously it's going to cost Seth Rollins the match. And then Gunther's literally going to put him to sleep, and then that's the winner. I might be wrong. If Seth wins, great. But for these kind of storyline purposes, your winner, Gunther.
Also hear a lot of people whinging about like how this match was put together, but to be honest, I think it's quite acceptable. Like Gunther had anything to do, Rollins didn't really have anything to do. You know, maybe there was plans originally for both of them, they both fell through. They put two of the best together in the most cleanest, sensible way possible, and that is like Gunther has decided of his own fruition to take out a contract on Seth Rollins and say that you owe me, whether you like it or not, Paul, you owe me. So obviously most people are speculating that that's going to lead to the Brock Lesnar Gunther match, yeah, which sounds plausible enough. Maybe there's something else to the favor. Maybe Heyman helps Gunther become champion again. We'll see. Anyway, as for who wins this match, you gotta keep Gunther strong. So, yeah, I know Rollins is just back, but Rollins is also bulletproof. I'm pretty sure Bron Breakker will be returning to give him the spear of the century. So, yeah, Gunther for the win.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one because ultimately, Gunther needs the win. What, he can retire old guys, but he can't defeat current stars. On the other side, Seth has just come out on this whole rampage and is looking for the feel-good moment. This is his redemption. This time last year, he had the Oracle in his corner. This time, he wants him gone himself. Everything's telling me it should be Gunther, but I'm a Rollins fan, man, so I'm going with it. Seth Rollins to burn it down, and that begins his ascent in taking out the rest of the... Yes, it's the last step, really, isn't it, for him? That's the last one to eliminate. Essentially, the others were injured, but that's division eliminated if he takes out this man here. Seth for the win.
Gunther's in this match. This will be a good match. You know, Seth is Mr. Reliable. You'll get a good 3-star match out of him. Gunther can maybe elevate that beyond that. Build to this has been weird, man. So odd. Like, for all the people for Seth to be feuding with at Mania, like, they've abandoned the Vision. Like, the Vision is gone. Were they even called the Vision? Yeah, I think they were, right? Yeah. The whole Heyman thing, and yeah, this is dead, isn't it? They've just, like, brushed that one aside. So now we got Seth and Gunther. Because reasons. I don't know, man. Seth's lost a lot of Mania. Gunther's lost a lot of Mania. Both need a Mania win. Flip a coin. I don't know, I'll go with my heart. My heart says Gunther. Let's go with Gunther.
I walk alone. Yeah, I walk alone. See, Leon says, I'm a Seth Rollins fan, but I vote Gunther. I'm a Seth Rollins fan, and I vote Seth Rollins. I'm still torn on it. I believe logically it should be Gunther because that's the progression. Seth can come back for the revenge, and that's where it is. I do see this thing where it becomes it's either Seth has now done something that has now hurt Heyman, which might mean Heyman's not available to be in Brock's corner night 2, which then leads to a victory that has to happen. We'll talk about that in the next show. And now Brock is after Gunther because, yeah, you were meant to be there. You're calling in favors. Now I'm calling in the favor because you owe me where you've gone wrong. That's one way of looking at it. It could be that he does it and then he's getting too big for his boots and he's like, you're in my corner exclusively. You get where I'm going. There are many reasons that lead down to the Gunther-Brock showdown that many people want to see. Will it happen? Will it not? There's no guarantees. Look, we should have had a better Gunther Cody when we had the opportunity. But hey, we had a clash of champs and that was whatever. Anyway, that's not what it's about. We're continuing on titles now as we talk about the world's women's title as Stephanie Vicaire takes on Royal Rumble winner. So this should have been main event, right? Because WrestleMania, a Royal Rumble victory puts you in the main event at WrestleMania. No, now it just guarantees your spot at WrestleMania. I'm not going to keep complaining. We'll leave that to others. Right. Stephanie Vicaire versus Royal Rumble winner Liv Morgan for the world's women's title. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
See, now, a few weeks ago, I was 100% behind Stephanie Vicaire retaining the Women's World Championship. I was so for it. The promos have been so good. The fights have been so good. But now I'm starting to see a lot more promos on Liv Morgan. She's got a new music video out. She's got these other different photo shoots out. And they really seem to be getting behind Liv Morgan. She's that person you love to hate. And obviously she's going to be still coming up that line that she's the best champion, best women's Royal Rumble winner of all time. And I think that's just going to be something they're going to continue to keep rubbing in people's faces. Can't do that if you ain't won a championship match, but then obviously it's a thing now. It's her thing, just like how Becky Lynch and the Bleacher Report says it, and however Sports Illustrated say it. Well, I'm saying your new Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan.
So I don't know. I feel the build to this match could be better. But to be honest, I think Stephanie's reign could have been better, like, altogether. It's not her fault, definitely. It's just, like, the direction they've gone. There's not been any, like, I would say, meaningful feud where I thought, oh, I'm going to look back and remember this. And to be honest, it's a problem they have with a lot of people winning women's world titles at the moment, yeah. And like, hopefully that's something that could be addressed. And unfortunately, one of the course corrections is probably going to be put the title back on a, more established champion. And that will be Liv Morgan. And I think that's the argument we could justify for the win here. Not to mention you already got the inbuilt storyline of her possibly getting backstabbed by either Raquel, which is the likely one, but Roxanne sneakily waiting in the wings as well. Any of those can happen, but yeah, Liv Morgan means definitely by the favourites means as well.
Why this isn't night one main event, I don't know, because we have 2 Rumbles, we have 2 Nights of Mania. You get where I'm going with this. All right, enough said. I'm going with new World Heavyweight Champion Liv Morgan. I don't know, I keep betting against Stephanie and it keeps going wrong for me. I just truly believe with this one, Stephanie's had a lot of advantages, and Liv has missed the ball a few times when it comes to WrestleMania. She won the Rumble. I don't think she's stopping there. Plus, she's got the whole Judgment Day. Hey, Raquel, I'm even throwing a little bandana in support of the old JD. But yeah, that's the one. New women's champion, Liv Morgan.
The build to this one's been good because the promo work has been pretty good. As great as she is, I do think Stephanie Vaquer was a placeholder champ. I think had Naomi not got preggers, I don't think Stephanie would be in this position. Her promo work is good, but there's only so far you can stretch the whole fiery Latina gimmick. I think Liv Morgan needs to win the belt back. Give it to Liv Morgan, man. Liv Morgan to win.
I'm sorry. I thought Stephanie I can never say her name, so I'm just say Stephanie. I thought Stephanie was going to be bigger than she was. I think it was the Booker T syndrome of the, yeah. Got that over, but then after that, what happened? What happened, Stephanie? Nothing. And yeah, because of that, I'm going to Liv Morgan to take it. Let Liv Morgan win. I saw someone else on YouTube talked about this, and it makes sense. Let Liv Morgan win, and let you're going to see about the prediction, but let what's it called? Other half, I want to say, is that the real, the only Mysterio. Let Dom lose and then see what the dynamic is like with Dom not having a belt, and yeah. So yeah. Liv Morgan taking this one.
Right, so there we are. The ministry for the first time are in unison as we all believe that there is a new World Women's Heavyweight Champion in the form of Liv Morgan. Watch me. But anyway, will it happen? Will it not? We will see. But fingers crossed. Judgment Day without Finn Balor. I'm still down with them. It's amazing how we went from House of Beta to the JD being one of the longest running teams with many character changes along the way. This feels a bit like New Japan in a way of, like your Bullet Clubs and what have you, to the Bullet Club. But, where each, it's just revolving and growing. The older members are out. To think that Dominic Mysterio is now the senior member of the Judgment Day. I remember being at Clash and he was the newbie. And here we are. He's the longest running member. And now it's more female than male, which is totally cool. I'm down with that. And yeah, it's a good thing. So yeah, go for it, Liv. Possible leader of the Judgment Day, but I don't know what Daddy Dom will say about that. Anyway, let's go from one match to a match that's unsanctioned. We are talking 2 hitters, 2 favorites of the MO Dubs. We're talking Drew McIntyre, who should still be holding gold, versus the Samoan werewolf, the bad in the form of Jacob Fatu. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
Now, I know a lot of people feel that Drew got done dirty with his title reign and his abruptness of its end. I personally feel they were a bit silly at the placement of it in the first place. This could have easily took place in the last quarter of the last year, so it made sense when he dropped it when he did, but hey, I'm sure Drew will get another chance. The problem would it be off the back of this match now? Well, what do we do? Because Jacob Fatu is the rising star, and he kind of needs this win, but again, you kind of maybe you need to apologize to Drew for doing him dirty like he did. I think it would probably benefit Fatu to win here. I think Drew is actually still bulletproof. He can take a loss or two and keep going. So I'm going to go Jacob Fatu for the win.
This one's tough. I have no way of going through it. We're going through unsanctioned match, but it's on the WrestleMania card, so it's sanctioned by one way or another. I'm gonna go Jacob. Because he needs the win. Drew's just come off of dropping the title. Yes, it puts him back in the title picture. Oh, yeah. But hey, Jacob winning puts him in the title picture. Just made me think about something else on the title wise. But Jacob could be a heel or a face, and either way, yeah, they're mean. So yeah, Jacob Fatu for the win in this one.
This is fine. Like, both of these guys can go in the ring. I'm a mark for Drew McIntyre. But I think you kind of have to, give Jacob his Marquee Mania win. So nothing more needs to be said, really. Jacob Fatu to win.
As much as I'm a McIntyre mark, because his promos and stuff like that is amazing, he held it down. But I'm going to go with Fatu to take it. Jacob Fatu. I'm just saying Fatu, but there's a lot of Fatus there, Freaking cousin and a cousin and a brother. It actually is it, cousin and brother. But yeah, I wouldn't be upset. Whoever wins this, I wouldn't be upset whoever wins, but I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu taking this just because they have to bring him back. He was so up there. I know McIntyre, but McIntyre can eat a loss, but Jacob needs a win to bring him back up there, or just beat each other down to nothing. Actually, I don't want double count out, or whatever it is. Jacob Fatu is winning this.
They've been fighting from coast to coast, and they've been beating each other up from post to post. Yeah, I mean, this has been one of the most interesting rivalries come to mind, and it's going to culminate at WrestleMania. Unsanctioned, but this is exactly going to be the type of match that steals the show. I mean, I'm definitely invested in this. Now, Jacob is 1-0 at WrestleMania, winning the US title last year. So is it going to be a 2-0? Drew, see, he's recently had a push as WWE champion, so I don't really know if there's going to be a second push so soon after the last one. He's had his run, and I think it's time for him to go on to something else. And I think apparently he's going into filming, which is an obvious sign for me that he's trying to write himself off here. I might be wrong, but I think I'm pretty sure on this one. And Jacob's definitely due to give out a few receipts as well. So the winner is the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
2 matches in a row sees the MO dub in unison as we're going for Fatu. The bloodline can never die. Okay, guys, let's go for it. Let's bring some more women into the mix. 3 matches, 1 night. Got to love it. Fatal 4-way tag title match. I'm going to get this right. Fatal 4-way for the women's WWE tag titles. The excitement got the better of me. I could edit it, but I'm not, because this is AJ. We do it raw, baby. And sometimes SmackDown. Anyway, doesn't matter. Here we go. Tag titles on the line. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look. I'm not even sure what order I'm putting this in, guys, but this is the first, and spoiler if it comes out a bit, well, it is going to be a spoiler to 1. This is the title match I think is going to retain for night 1. I think Lash Legend and Nia Jax are... Lash Legend and Nia Jax are going to retain. There's something about the frenemies that, well, now best friends, that is Alexa and Charlotte. Obviously, Bayley and Lyra is like such a moment, and really I should go for that one. I go for Charlotte because there's this little kid that she's like sponsoring and showing up for at the moment, which is so sweet. But there's something about these two. I can't remember their exact tag name, but yeah, Irresistible Legends or whatever it is, but Irresistible Forces, whatever they're called. I think they're going to retain. Let's do it, girls.
Who I want to win and who will win, I think, are 2 very different things. Lyra Valkyria, I've already said, was low-key my female wrestler of 2025. Then I gave my reasons for that a few months ago. Go watch it if you disagree with me or if you're like, huh? But yeah, I don't see Lyra and Bailey winning, unfortunately. I think they're going to do the nostalgia act here. Give it to the Bellas. Give it for the Fed heads. This will be a warm and fuzzy in the tum-tum moment. Yeah, beer break this one, I'm afraid, but I think the Bellas will take it.
It's obvious who's going to win. It's clear that this is for the Bella Twins to take it and to hold it, and something else happens. But what man would I be if I didn't vote for Bailey? I'm picking Bailey. I'm eating the loss on this because I saw something I watched the clip on Instagram where she walked in the ring, she tripped, fell back, smiled and laughed, and oh my God, I think I fell in love. Yeah, I'm going to pick Bailey just because I have to pick Bailey. I want Lyra to turn on her, and because everyone turns on Bailey, Lyra to turn on her and become a new heel to give her a push. But I'm picking all this with my heart, and yeah, you know what owns my heart. Bailey taking this.
This tag team match is actually rather interesting because there's a story to tell within all 4 tag teams. You got Lash Legends and Nia Jax, who are doing incredibly well as a tag team, to be fair, and as champions. Fair play to Lash Legends winning her first title as well on the main stage. That's also great, and they could actually retain. And I love the finisher where Lash holds her and Nia comes with the thunder leg drop. Awesome finisher. Awesome finisher. I'm actually impressed, so they could retain. Then there's the Alexa Bliss and Charlotte story. Are they together? Are they not together? Are they going to turn? Who's going to turn on who? Will it cost them? There's so much things to tell there as well. But with the story that Bailey and Lyra Valkyria have been on, from when they've been opponents to best friends to opponents to best friends, and then they've been on this quest, and now they've finally culminated at WrestleMania. And after an unfortunate WrestleMania for Bailey last season, I think this is the season where they're going to make up for it. So your new tag team champions, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
I know a lot of people like to rag on the women's tag titles, but to be honest, I think the build to this match has been alright. It's probably one of the more stronger builds on the show, man. Like, with consistent matches and, people interfering in matches, so matches keep get thrown out, people beating each other one-on-one, people may or may not be going heel. There's a lot of intrigue in this match, and I've loved the pairing of Lash and Nia, irresistible forces, It's a very dominant team. However, it's Mania season. Will they survive? Now, I think this one is a gambit for any of the girls. Either team could walk out with those titles. But I'm going to go for the Bellas just because I think it's a Mania moment. I know Nikki may not be 100%, but I don't think they will hold it long. I feel it's just a thing for them to win that made it say they've been tag titles because, the twins, they're probably the original tag team, if you could say, in WWE that never held those belts. So, yeah, the Bellas for the win.
So, rumour has it that Nikki Bella's ankle is really bad, and this could also be another place where we see Paige, aka Saraya. Depends on what name she wants to go for at this point. She's earned it, right? If Zack Ryder could become Matt Cardona, Saraya could be Saraya. Look, either way, Nikki, get well soon. And yeah, there is a support forces for the win. Right, guys, time for your main event. This match is sown in legacy. Third generation star Randy Orton takes on second generation star and current WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. There's a man by the name of Pat McAfee who was an awesome commentator, had a few fun matches, and is now somehow in the mix as an ultimate foil. Okay. Randy being the man that he is, the legend killer, the Viper, I don't really know him to need anyone in his corner. Matt Riddle would have been fun, but okay. Let's do it. Main event. Either way, these men know how to put on a match, so let's celebrate that. It doesn't matter who's in the corner. This is Randy Orton in a main event of WrestleMania. People put some respect on his name. So that's the one. This is it. It's going down. Night one, main event. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, WWE title on the line. Have the guys vote. Let's have a look.
Cody Rhodes is a bit of a perennial WrestleMania loser. He's been in 4 WrestleMania main events now. He lost to Roman, at Mania 39. In a tag team with Seth, he lost to Roman and The Rock at Mania 40. The next night, he then won the belt in a way that I didn't like. Go check out Extreme Channel Official if you want to see my reasons why. But yeah, so he's won once at Mania 40. And then he lost last year to John Cena at Mania 41. He's 3-1 here. Like, Cody kind of needs a dub. But Randy Orton getting a 15th title, much like John Cena getting a 17th. Nostalgia be a thing, man. Let's give it to Orton. Let's give it to Randy Orton as a new champ.
Everyone hating on Pat McAfee, and because of that, he had to open his damn mouth and say the line of, if I don't win, I'm not going to be here again. And you know they're going to win him back, so obviously he's going to win. He's not in the win, I mean, Randy Orton's going to win. I'm happy for Randy to win, but this ain't the way I want you to do it, bro. But if it's done, it's done. And yeah, Randy's taking this. But he's not going to turn heel, my brethren. Screw it. Randy's already heel. Randy's going to win. Randy's going to do what he does. And Pat McAfee, I hope he eats RKO at the end. That will make the crowd pop. Even though Randy's a heel, still, send the crowd home happy. Randy Orton for the victory.
This is a very hard match for me to determine because of the fact that I'm thinking, right, so Cody's lost at the first WrestleMania, then he's won, then he's lost at the next WrestleMania. So does he win this one or does he lose? Because I like Randy Orton's chances and it doesn't have anything to do with Pat McAfee. And if anything, that could just be a smokescreen. I think that's just a distraction for who's really going to turn up. Now, I say that because the last time we expected The Rock, we didn't see him. And I'm sure there's somebody else that's going to turn up as the surprise. You know, the whole promo for this whole WrestleMania and the whole gambling thing, there's something that we're not seeing. There's something that House is holding back from us, that they know that they're going to just reveal that card at the end. And I just don't know. Cody can always win it back, but if Randy doesn't win, there's no more chances. So your new WWE champion, Randy Orton.
Well. So a night one main event, and you know it just goes to accentuate all the reasons why it's interesting being a wrestling fan in 2026. You got TKO at the helm of WWE, does not giving the people what they want at all. Even when you've got easy layups, man, because you've done the groundwork already for this story. Like, you started all the way at Night of Champions when Cody beat Randy. Yeah, and like then we paid it back, like at Elimination Chamber. It just needed to be promos about what they've done, their literal legacy. They literally faced each other at Mania before in the triple threat legacy match, yeah. But no, none of that. Instead, we get Pat McAfee and General, which is things you could have done at like Backlash or SummerSlam. But hey, here we are, WWE TKO, giving people what they don't want. So who wins? It's got to be Randy Orton in it because they're determined to push this thing. Now, whether there'll be a big surprise, which people are holding out for, like The Rock, I seriously doubt it. And if you are holding out that hope, I'll just say stop. This is just going to end with interference from celebrities and Randy Orton hitting the RKO, becoming the champion. Randy Orton, your new world champion.
Right. Look, whether I win, I lose at this point, I don't care. I want to see it. Randy Orton, your new WWE heavyweight champion. Sorry, Cody, you've had your run, but yeah, let's do it with Randy. McAfee's just a heap of crap, but let's do it. Randy Orton, he deserves it. Randy Orton, your new champion. I know I'm probably wrong. It's the before last show, guys. It is what it is. We fall where we fall at this point. But honestly, there's something about Cody's reigns right now, and it feels like they're just transitioning just to give him extra builds. Randy's been out of the title picture for a while. This feels right.
So I just want to clarify. When I said Pat McAfee's a heap of crap, I'm like, as a reason. I have no legit beef with Pat. I remember when he first came for Adam Cole, and that was like okay, who are you? I feel there's like a lot of okay for Pat. Pat last year was hilarious in talking about the name that we're not meant to mention in WWE anymore, Travis Scott. Ooh, you know, and he was like, I can smell the sage. We know what sage that was. But, you know, like Pat's awesome in what he does. He could get the crowd going. But to be a major foil when you're talking someone of the caliber of Randy Orton is one thing, but also the foil. What foil? What history? And I'm going to be real, guys. He may have said something awesome on the past 2 SmackDowns. I don't know. I just know he's in Randy's corner. There was all this speculation of who it could be, and that's what it was. But either way, it's WrestleMania. It's night 1, and it's also the MO-Dub all voting the same way. We hear the voice telling us that Randy Orton should be the next champ. So, guys, night 1 in the bag. Hopefully, you all enjoy it. Comment below your predictions, like and subscribe because it's the MO-Dub, and we always appreciate all of you. Especially Lucas and DJ. Said it again, guys. It's your episodes. Yeah, that's the one. That's where we're at. I will see you again tomorrow for night 2 of WrestleMania as the Tribal Chief takes on CM Punk and a load of other matches, but we acknowledge our champion. Spoiler for the end for me. But yeah, until the next time, guys, I am the one AJ, and we are out. See ya.